We were drinking.
No.
That was a very fun pre-drinks episode where we play drinking games, and sometimes they pick on us, usually. And so, yeah, if you want to see those, just check out our Patreon. Might as well plug it right away because I'm extra tipsy this episode, so
I'm gonna pass out mid-episode.
I think we're all like that drinking game did us.
This was full. This was 32 ounces.
So
and
is
it's
this,
gone.
and it's like here.
It's gone.
And like I still have, and I'll show you my drink in a minute. So let's get into it. Jessica, what are you drinking this evening?
Oh, well, during pre-drinks, I finished my Pinball Wizard beer from Clifford Brewing, and now I am on to my Nitro Porter, Nitro infused. Oh, apparently you're supposed to shake before opening. I didn't do that.
Uh-oh.
Normally you're not supposed to shake before opening. I got confused. But it's a 5-time gold medal winner. So
it went to the Olympics?
Apparently it got gold. It just says medal winner 5 times. It doesn't say from what.
So winner.
Yep.
Sonia, what are you drinking this evening?
Well, I was drinking 50-50 rum and Sprite. So I drank, oh no, I can't do math. 16 ounces of rum in an hour.
Already.
You did your sips too big. You did.
I did.
Sips
too
big.
I started.
You
I
were
was
lecturing me about sipping too big, and then you did it.
I know.
That was because I've been like, I was cleaning and stuff, so like I got dust throat where I was like super thirsty and dry. That's a bad idea. But now I'm just drinking Diet Pepsi from a bottle I just found lying around. I don't know how old it is, but it's fine.
Treasure pop. Even before pre-drinks, I was drinking this tequila sunrise from Blackfly, but then I opened this for pre-drinks and it's a pouch, 3 liters.
That's amazing. Where does it come from?
The LCBO. It's vodka cranberry raspberry.
That's so amazing.
And I filled this up, and now it's like here from pre-drinks, and so I'm gonna tap in and do some more.
So it's 3 liters?
I drank like a liter of this already.
So we drank about the same, except for mine's with like rum. And yours is
mine's vodka. So
vodka. There you go.
It's a vodka cran with some raspberry. That's it.
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see what we talk about. I hope to hear some deep, dark, drunken secrets coming out.
Yeah.
I know. Share I don't keep any behind already.
I know. What secrets?
What? Fuck, I tell everything.
We talk about our poop and our buttholes.
I know.
What more secrets do I have?
I don't know. Maybe this one. Well, this was about secrets. Oh, that was pretty coincidental. That's pretty cool.
because we live in a matrix.
Yeah.
By the way, don't play the Matrix, you guys. It was a dumb game. Anyway.
It was stupid. It was just like the other one.
High or low. Like what card you get, high or low. Yeah. It's dumb.
All right. If your pet could talk, what would they sound like, and what would they say about you? So it's kind of like secrets.
Oh my gosh, pet secrets.
Pet secret. Those are the best secrets. I don't know. I no longer have drink words. We got drink words when we went to Comic-Con.
Yes.
And I didn't write them down yet. I thought I was going to, but then I got a job. So
fucking Sonia with her job.
I mean, worst case scenario, just like bring them down to me or something, and I can do it. Well, you've been a working girl, you know.
She's a working girl.
We can do. I'm gonna pick a word from I have a book here. I'm gonna touch it, and the closest word is member.
Member.
Let's do a different word.
Okay, I was gonna say, how about any like animal words? Like any like a species. Like you can't say cat or dog or
any species word.
Any species of animal. You can't say
any. Okay.
So you have to describe your animals without the species name.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first is my old man, Gord. He's a meow meow. And
Is that what people call their vagina? Like
Gord? Yeah. They call their vaginas Gord? That's so weird.
Yeah, they call it meow meows.
Yeah.
The meow meow. This is my meow meow.
I always call him my old man because he's the oldest one I have of vaginas. And I have 3. I just keep them on a shelf. Swap them out based on my mood.
Yeah.
So,
that sounds like a great idea.
Right?
Like I could, when I'm a cyborg, that will be an attachment I have, is I can change it up.
Oh, and you could like take it out and like clean it yourself and stuff. Like you don't have to like trust its mechanisms because they're not always, you know.
Episode of Archer doesn't what's her name?
Yep, and Archer, the robot,
takes it and throws it in the sink and whatever, and then
he wants to break up with her because he didn't like the vagina in the sink. He thought that was
he's like, what is this? Yeah, that's too much.
And Lana finds it and whatever. Yeah, it was a good episode.
Archer, I love Archer. I should rewatch it.
You should.
I just love H. John Benjamin, who's
the voice right?
I love him. He can do anything.
Actually, I'm rewatching South Park, and like, oh my god, is it problematic? But like, also, it is like super LGBTQ like focused.
The most inclusive game out there is South Park. The stick of whatever. I can't remember what it was.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
but it's like if you want to make it on hard mode, it like changes your skin color. Because obviously life is harder if you're black.
Yeah,
you know, and then there's like another one where it's like if you choose like their other game, if you choose hard your gender or whatever, they're like you can be trans. And like you can go talk and how you talk to characters, like that will be influenced based on that. And so they'll like say things like, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, like it's like the most inclusive game, which you wouldn't think because they are very problematic.
But like it's on a scale, like they're problematic because they make jokes of those situations, but at the same time they do speak about those situations where other shows, trying to ignore them.
Well, they do have white cis male creators, so they are going to be problematic in some way. You can be as open as you want, but you're going to I'm going to be there's just going to be, you can't be perfect. We're human, but like it's. Yeah, like the games, like, cause I played them, and it's so funny how like they could figure out a way to include trans characters and stuff like that, but like
different races,
but like games where like The Sims and stuff had trouble incorporating that when it's supposed to be real life. It's weird. That's weird to me, but H. John Benjamin, love him. Anyway, Gord. Gord, I would expect him to have an old man voice. He's fully black, with a little white tuft under his chin, and so I'd expect him to kind of, he'd come up to me. He hates pumpkin. I know he hates pumpkin. And he'd come up to me and like, kids these days, like that's I can't believe you adopted him. How dare you bring someone into my house? Like that is fully how I expect Gord to talk. So, and he would just blame me for
Would he
my
body
decisions.
shame him?
Oh my gosh, he might because he is a boomer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
He is fat phobic. That's what it is.
I knew it.
Fat phobic.
He's fat phobic. He's like, did you eat enough there, big guy? And then, Pumpkin gets mad, and so then Gord retaliates, and then they end up fighting. And obviously, the younger one's gonna win. Like, why do these old men try to fight children? The children are gonna win. They heal faster than you.
It's just science, guys.
It's science.
How do your animals talk about you?
Sonia,
that wasn't about you.
You have a lot.
You talk.
I did. I said he blames me.
Oh,
for
he
my
blames you.
decision because I adopted Pumpkin. So like he would come and he would tell me, he'd be like, "I'm disappointed in you."
Speaking of animals, Echo there, who is deaf and blind. And so she's pretty much just right now, she is old lady barks at cloud. That's what that was, because you don't know what's happening. Stop it.
You bitch. You don't know.
She's not even looking at anything. It's like just the wall. Like, now she's looking at me, but she can't see me. That's I think she could see a blur.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much old lady barks at cloud is what she says most of the time.
What are you saying?
That is. I'm like, turn up your hearing aids, Grandma. And she's like, I don't have to do that. Quit telling me what to do.
What did you say your name was?
Yeah, she doesn't know who I am. Like, why are you taking my candy? Why do you live in my house? Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, no. Hey, don't talk back. Stop it.
So you talking shit on the internet?
And she's losing her voice. It's not as strong as it used to be. Here, take this. Look, come chew this. Look. There you go. Nom nom. There you go. That's for you.
She can't even see it. What are you doing?
She's like sniffing around it. I don't know what she's doing. I think she's wants
so
in the bed
confused.
again. She needs help. She needs help to get there. She's like, but like her head's like caved in and stuff. She's like, just kill me now. That's what she says to me.
I thought maid was legal in Canada.
That's right. Why won't you let me die?
I lived my life. Let me go.
No, she's still happy. So and she doesn't like act like she's in pain or anything.
Oh,
so
she still sounds like she has lots of energy.
Yeah, her tail,
like her little tippy tappies and her barking.
Her tail's wagging right now like crazy. Like she's here. I'm petting her little rough old lady skin. Have you ever felt an animal's like a woofy animal skin when they're like 100 and like you can like pinch it and it just stays there? Like there's no like elastic left. It's just like I just pinch her cheeks and she's just like, you're not, no. She's like, get in my lap. Let me in your lap. She's telling me right now, I want in your lap, but that's not happening. And then I have Neptune, and she often says to me, you bitch, I hate you. I love you. Touch me. Don't touch me. Give me food. Don't give me food. Don't change the laundry. Change the laundry. Don't clean the sheets. Clean the sheets. She's very anxious. Everything you do is
not what she wants you to do. Yeah.
No, she's just, the world is falling. The sky is falling.
I
don't think she has any secrets about me though. She's so occupied about herself. She doesn't care what I do. It's she's mostly like, she doesn't care about anybody else. Like she picks fights with the other dogs. Oh shit, I said it.
You said a word.
Drink.
That's not as flat as I thought it was going to be. That's good. And then
it's new Pepsi.
It's like it's brand new. But like, so she yells, she picks fights. She's like, it's race wars in my house, like legit race wars. Okay. It's the fluffy whitey guys, the short haired, not white guys here. Like it's a race war. It's gang related violence in my home. It's
not cool. Not cool.
It makes my life difficult. That's what it is. And like the ones who aren't white get the smallest living space. She's like, justice, give me justice. That's what
she just wants reparations. It's fine.
I have too many animals to give them all personalities.
And so I'm sorry. You are giving them personalities and saying what they would say, but you're not giving them voices. And
I want to hear the voices.
Yeah, like I even gave a little bit of a voice.
I'm all dry. It's a bad.
That might be your benefit. That might be beneficial for old voice.
Okay. Dry. Echo. Shit. Okay, Neptune is all like shakety. I don't know how I could do that. Like, oh my god. that's when it's all shakety. She's just like, "You've poisoned my food." Echo's just like, hers is like a lower. She's very like a deep, like let me out of here. That's because they're in the dementia old lady home. That's where they're living right now. The rest of their days, just
that actually, like, I would love to live in a home, like a nice one, obviously, not like the ones we have, but like the ones that like rich people can afford. You know, not even like rich people, like middle class. Well, middle class homes used to be. Sounds nice,
but now you need to be rich to have the middle class life. Like, let's be real.
There's one up the mountain. There's like a senior complex of townhouses. Like everyone gets their own house, but it's a gated community. Mm-hmm. Like the rent is like $4,000.
Yeah.
For people without income, like, or whatever it is, it's just pension.
Yeah. And it's like really bad. Like so there's like a epidemic in the States right now where it's like old people are having to like file to have their kids be legally required to take care of them, because they can't afford nursing homes and their kids don't talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
So they're like taking their kids to court and be like, no, you have to legally, like, so some states have laws where you're legally responsible for your parents in their old age. So double check your state, you know? And like, it's a lot of those for-profit facilities are actually requiring these people to like sign over their assets. So then their children, but that's the thing. It's like their children who grew up upper middle class are going to end up not getting that generational wealth that used to exist for these people.
Yeah.
Because it's all getting signed over to these to end of life care.
So why would they want to take their parents then, right? Just to make sure that they keep that wealth.
Yeah, so like a lot of them are going to be forced into taking care of their parents, or else in order to keep that wealth, or their parents just want to go live in these facilities and then they lose all their wealth. Better Call Saul even talks about it.
Yeah, divorce your parents while you can.
Yeah, jeez.
Like especially like a lot of our generation is trying to like get away from like the trauma, like the negative speak and stuff that like happened to a lot of
and
our
it happens
generation.
more and more like as it goes. I have a couple of friends who are on the opposite side of what I believe in, and like their first thing that they say is well, I won't allow my children to grow up this and this, and I'm like, children are going to remember that, and they're going to separate from you as far as they possibly can as soon as they can. So keep that in mind. Like, people are just
not enough people are separating though, because then they adapt that to their parenting style. And
not enough, but a lot more than before.
Yeah, it's too slow.
I would love to live in a world where my children are more progressive than me.
Right? Isn't that what you want?
Like that is what I want. Like I would love to die being like that cranky old woman who didn't, based on like my current views. Like I would love that my current views, old school. Like
conservative, right?
Conservative, right? Like that's what I want. If you're teaching your children that certain people don't deserve human rights, you're just wrong.
Wrong.
That's just wrong. You're a fascist. You know, like that's what that is. I mean, like one of the first clinics that provided gender affirming surgeries to trans people. Guess where that was? Germany.
I thought Montreal was in
the 1920s. And you know what happened to all them? It was one of the first Nazi book burnings. Yeah. And that's the reason so much of our trans education is so far behind, because we lost decades of research during, you know, World War II.
Yeah.
Well, it was like, dudes, like if you agree with anything a Nazi says, question yourself.
But like the trans history was getting destroyed even before then, right?
When, 100%.
Like Catholic colonists were like going to other tribes, which approved of these different spirited people, and they just erased it, you know. So it's been around for a long time. I don't want to say too many bad things about religion, because some people are okay with it. They're decent people, but the fact that your religion has the starting of your religion was so horrible, medieval practices, like it's disgusting. but you still practice that religion. I don't know.
The only reason I talk about the like when it comes to Nazis is because society has agreed thus far that Nazis are bad. So it's kind of like an easy way then to try to like bring forward people with like abstract thoughts of like religions they might currently be a part of, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, have you ever considered yourself a Nazi? No. Well, you're siding with them on this point, because and a lot of people think like trans surgeries have just become a thing,
right? Like they're like the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's like no. There was it this morning? There was a protest in Ottawa.
Probably.
I was watching some of the live streams, and there was people carrying signs that said children can't consent to puberty blockers. And I was on one of the lives and I said, but children can consent to birth control. Like both are hormonal processes. And I've known women that have been on birth control as young as like 12, 13. So it's like, what's the difference to you? And they said birth control is normal.
Right, like you just have to make it normal.
Actually, some of them don't even believe in birth control, so at least they're kind of like, as much as I want to argue like that's true, but at the same time, at least they're giving their children birth control, and there's a lot of religions
they're ignoring the fact that puberty blockers were developed for cis kids going through precocious puberty.
Oh yeah, I know.
For like 8-year-olds that were getting their period, they went on puberty blockers. You know, it wasn't made for trans people. Trans people is like 1.8% of like the total population. They're up to 2.6 depending where. It's like no capitalist society is making products really for trans people only. You know, because that's not a market. They're too small.
Right, there's not enough money.
There's not enough of them. So if you're looking at people and thinking about what's in their pants or who's in their bed, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Well, unless that's your kink, right? Like sometimes it depends on what I'm searching. You know, it's like.
But I mean, it's like even like if I don't look at children and think about what's in their pants,
no.
But they argue against trans children all the time. And it's like, why do you care what's in their pants? That's so weird. Like that's gonna affect cis kids more.
Yeah.
Right? Like in some of the states they're now doing genital inspections for sports.
Ew.
Yeah?
Is that not sexual assault?
No, because now you automatically have to consent in order to be
on a sports team. But like looking at a child's genitals, if you're not a doctor and you're not wiping their ass because they shit themselves, like that just automatically to me is sexual assault.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. But I mean, let's look at who's most likely to be transphobic and who's most likely to like touch children. And the Venn diagram's very overlapping there, right?
Yeah.
Because you're constantly thinking about other people's genitals. Like it's a weird if you're like you're obsessive there. Like stop with the brain rot. It's not that big of a deal. Like it affects it doesn't affect you, dude.
Yeah, and like kids are curious about genders and stuff. Like even my kids, they're just like, they're going through the motions and like they should have a safe space. Like just because someone says, I think I am a boy, doesn't mean they're going to go out and get hormonal therapy right away. That's not how that works. It's years and years of discovering yourself. Yeah. And it's just to make it an opportunity, just available. It's not like if the parent forces them, oh, you told me you're a boy, so let's get on that. Like, I feel like it's also something that, like, it's...
But that doesn't happen, because then you have to, like, convince a doctor,
right, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Convince like, so a parent might be like, okay, if you think so, let's book an appointment.
Yeah,
sure.
But it still take forever,
Yeah, like, dude, my sister needs to get breast reduction, gender affirming care, but she's not, like, you know, changing genders. She just, you know, is in pain. And it's taking her 3 years of consults before she can even get an appointment. Like it's not even full top surgery. She just wants smaller boobs. Like that's
it. just a little off the top.
like how many 16-year-old cisgendered people get nose jobs or boob jobs, you know, that match their biological sex? Like that was even a topic back in Glee 10 years ago, like, you know, because teenagers in the States do get plastic surgery. It's just they just have a problem when doesn't match their genitals, which again, why is it coming back to their genitals? Stop thinking about children's genitals.
It also comes back to money, right? Like, if you have the money, you can do whatever the fuck you want, basically.
But and it's mostly then, it gets hard for trans people.
I know, because I said it's mostly cis people that have the money, and therefore they can do whatever the fuck they want.
And cis girls can go on birth control, and cis girls can, you know, but it's like, it's just, I've been dealing with transphobes all week on Twitter.
Oh, so it's not like a big, it's mostly America blaming Canada. My Twitter is all, and mom groups. It's all like fucking Canada. Like, how dare you have this?
As if the U.S. doesn't have wildfires in California all the time.
California's been known. Like, Oregon had one like a couple of years ago. No.
I mean, Texas had one cold front, and people died because their power grid went out. Like,
I know, and they didn't have shovels.
Check you remember where you piss, honey.
That's right. Remember, just where you're peeing, because like, and Canada's response were to the Texans dying in like not even t-shirt weather was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that's happening. Like, even though our experiences are different, and that temperature wouldn't really faze us. You know,
well, it doesn't matter to us because we are prepared. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we wouldn't like, it's not even that weather's not even that cold. You know, it's like, they just aren't prepared or anything. But our response wasn't, oh my god, like, don't be little bitches. It was.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there was a couple of those rude Canadians saying that, but for most of us in the country, we were saying, like, we sympathize, we understand, we feel sorry.
You know which one of my animals sounds like that? Like, oh my god, Rocket. He's my biggest 150 pound. He's such a diva. And
I'm pretty sure you said the word.
What I say?
No, wait, you said animal. Yeah. No, wait, you said animal. I replayed it in my mind. I replayed it in my mind. Don't worry.
He like is always saying things to like Bahamut. He's like, Muhammad, like, I know your balls got like shrinking and shit, but like, you are such a little bitch about it. Like, it's just like, I've had that done like 6 years ago. Like, it's
like, oh my god, this is not new.
And then like, he's like, oh my god, you guys keep crying, and then he's like, oh my god, you guys are downstairs. It's just, he's like an emo kid, like that song, like, oh my god. Apathetic.
I'm an emo kid. Non-conforming as can be.
Yeah.
You'd be non-conforming too if you were just like me.
And then like the other animals would be being bad. He's like, oh my god, mom. They're on the table.
Like the girl from Schitt's Creek. That's who that reminds me of.
Oh, I like love that for you.
I haven't heard a voice from Dawn yet.
I know, or about her animals or anything like that.
So I guess I'll go with oldest, and that would be Mater the Hater. And I call him that because I have a neighbor who has a woof the same age as him. And so when they both go outside, they bark at the fence at each other. Like two old men just like bickering about like, this property line is not, no, you need to move over a little bit. You're on my property line. Legit, these two just back and forth. Like, do you remember Grumpy Old Men? The movie, the literal movie with the two old men that were neighbors, they bickered?
When we were children, then it came out? Yeah.
That is my dog. Oh, shit.
Drink!
Mama.
That is my woof and my neighbor's woof. Okay? Like, that's... And his voice would be like, back in my day, I didn't have any of this fancy stuff. No.
I like how you're rocking back and forth.
Just to get into character, it's called method acting.
Yeah. We didn't have any of these fancy stuff. No. We had string tied to a stick. That's what we played with. That would be meaner.
I had to shit out my own treats, you know.
I had to walk 10 miles in a snowstorm that had hail. That would be Mater. And then I have a Bouncy. I don't know what else call him. my hopper.
Hippity hop.
My hippity hopper, my buns. His name is Tequila, and he's a fucking asshole. So his attitude is, don't touch me, don't look at me, just feed me, and then fuck off. That is literally his attitude.
Oh, that should be my tagline. Feed me and fuck off.
Feed me and fuck off.
You need to make Sonia. I'm going to commission you to make that for me.
Feed me and fuck off. And like, so his attitude would probably, other than feed me and fuck off, is like he would be the one in the restaurant, be like, the salad is touching my steak right now. Can you like not do that? That would be his attitude.
Is he
He's one of those.
posh? Is that what he is? He raises his nose at society and the class.
If I make too much noise, he thumps his back legs like really hard and is like, "No, stop that!" I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. So my buns is an asshole, and then my fish they don't have personalities. They're dumb. They're like food. So that's my animals.
You said fish.
Oh, you did. That's a species.
I don't know why I'm drinking. Like you said it. I got it.
Did you guys hear about the orcas?
Oh yes, about them killing or
they're
tipping
destroying
over with
yachts.
their food.
Yeah, they're like destroying yachts in the ocean, and apparently, from
Jeff
what
Bezos'
I read,
yacht.
Well, Jeff Bezos just releases mega yacht. I don't think they've attacked it yet, but a lot of people are speculating because he's been in the area. But it was apparently like one of the mommy orcas lost a baby to poachers, and that caused that orca to start attacking boats. And then other orcas were coming by, and this mother orca who lost her baby started teaching the other orcas how to hit the boats.
Good.
And then the group started growing, and now it's like 50 orcas or some shit. Like
it's a gang shit.
Because like whales are
Orca
smart.
gang.
People forget, and like they can destroy the yachts.
They are
They're not
too.
Destroying everyone. Some of them they're just threatening until they leave.
Oh, what they do is they just headbutt the boats. Like they'll have two on each side, and they like play with the boat, and like they fuck around with it. It's hilarious.
I'm so happy for them,
right?
I
Boss bitch, right?
Yeah,
like,
good for you.
Gang, like
eat that rich.
Yeah,
the cocaine shark story we were talking.
Yeah,
let's
that's what we
orca
get.
it up.
Orca's like. It's like, hold my beer. Let me.
Orcas
I got
are
you.
more
1
violent
second.
than sharks too.
Oh yeah, they're whales.
That's what they're called. Whales. Yeah.
So orcas are the most dangerous, and the only thing that's more dangerous than what actually scares an orca is dolphins. That's the only thing that scares them, which is weird.
Orcas eat moose.
Yeah,
like
orcas fuck shit up.
Yeah, no, I hope it's like. In 2 weeks humans are gonna ruin it, but like they're gonna go and they're gonna kill them all. But it's I'm glad that they're getting.
They can't bring their fancy yachts anymore.
They're bringing the military.
Yeah, that's always what they do. Like that's what happened to the one walrus or whatever that kept hanging out on people's boats, and he wasn't doing anything. He was just hanging out on people's boats when they were docked, and like. Then people were like getting close to it, trying to take selfies with it. And then I think he hit someone, and then humans had to come and ruin it and kill him because that's what humans do. We're like, that's how we solve our problems. We just kill them.
Just kill it.
And that's always my favorite part is like everyone, like just systemically speaking, they were like, women can't have any control or power because they're so emotional because they're run by their hormones and their uterus. And it's like, men just kill things. Is that not an emotional response?
So what is more productive? A good cry or shooting someone in the face?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wasn't there like the gorilla? What's his name?
Oh, that's when society just started crumbling.
Into his...
a child fell. Yeah.
No. Someone climbed into his enclosure. I remember. It was an adult, wasn't it?
No, it was a child.
No, there was a child that went in, and that's why they shot it.
Harambe.
Harambe. Yeah. If that's the one you're talking about, there have
Maybe.
been cases of like adults climbing into like lion pens and shit, and then the lions get in trouble. It's like, why? Like that's like no, like I'm not just saying animals are not as smart as humans. Some animals are. Like, but when it comes to humans, but at the very least, like I can relate their intelligence to like child intelligence.
Yeah,
and it's like if you're blaming a child because you went into a shitty situation, like that's on you, dude. Like if you haven't figured that out yet, like learn something. I guess my camera's going crazy, but like learn something. Like it's just like ridiculous that like their first instinct is like, oh, we have to save this dumb person. It's like
survival of the fittest. Like,
what happened to nature or whatever? Because it's always the same people that argue its
course.
That.
Like
remove the warning labels and let nature take its course.
They keep breeding.
Idiocracy, right?
Oh man. Oh, I have 10 children.
Yes, I was going to say
in my house,
voices for each
and they all sound the same, and it's like, Mom, Lois,
2-pound babies.
Mom, they're 2-pound babies.
Mommy,
Mother,
and like poor Puddle. Okay, this is her. She's like, please help.
Send coffee with tequila shots in it, please.
She's like, I thought it took a village.
Well, literally 10 babies at once.
Yeah, that's a village right there. Like that's what you get.
You made a whole baseball team. Like holy hell.
Yeah,
too much.
She was like, football team. Here we go. I got this.
She's so sad, but she's happy. She's so happy. She's such a good mom. But she's tired.
Thank God Bahamut got snipped because he deserves it.
Like, right? You deserve that cone.
You asshole. Look what you did to
10
her.
at once and like with a litter that big and like no casualties.
There hasn't been any yet. No. First 3
like,
weeks
it can,
is the risk.
like it can happen, especially like if you're having 10. So it's like that's really good. That's so far like fingers crossed,
I'm mostly worried about Puddle because she's feeding them constantly. They're always hungry, right? For 10. She's gets to eat as much as she wants. And we're trying to put in as like many more calories and stuff, but she's literally just skin and bone. Like it's so sad. It's just
it happens,
fine,
but like I've done this when my previous wolf was around. She had 2 litters, and I've been there. And like the first 2 weeks, she barely left my room. Not even to go pee, not to eat. Like, so we had to bring things to her, and like I had to put a towel down just in case she would go in my room. Yeah. She never did, really. She would eventually leave and like go outside for a quick 5 minutes and then book it back to my room. But like I've been there, and like she went right down. But like she will eat. Like, so don't worry.
No, she is eating. That's the problem. She's constantly eating.
Well, like, she has to make milk for 10 puppies.
That's what I'm worried about, right? And then we got some puppy like milk to try and like help.
By the way, you said puppy.
Oh shit! Does that count?
It's a species, I guess. It was on my test in animal husbandry, so I'm gonna say it counts.
Yeah, there's a lot of creatures that with that name when they're babies. But they won't drink from the bottle. They hate the nipple. It's not the same as mom's nipple, so they won't touch it.
My oldest son was the same.
It's hard.
I don't want this nipple.
It's just like human babies, right? They're used to something, and like that's how it is. Like.
Yeah, I only had little meow meows. I never had like roofs. So like I had one that ended up pregnant because my mom let her out, and her name was Buffy. I loved her. I had to get rid of her when I moved in with my dad and stuff because I wasn't taking care of her properly because I was 12. But she ended up pregnant, and she was a runt of her litter, so she was like not fully grown, and she ended up pregnant with 5, and they all lived, but one was also a runt, and another one had a limp leg,
Aww.
which we didn't know right away, right? Because their legs are all limp.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until it was older, like starting to like they're all starting to walk, and this one just dragged its one back leg, and it's fine. We ended up adopting it to a family member at the time. I named it Cow because it was white with black spots. That shows the age maturity of the level that they expected me to care for this living being. I was doing my best.
I don't know.
I feel like change the litter. It smells.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's what smell? I don't smell nothing. You're fine.
You're like nose blind, but like that responsibility because I was 16 when I had Kara, and she has a really stupid name. So like that's the maturity of.
Okay, I named my oldest son Braden. Do you know how many Braden jokes are now coming out? Like, there's no wonder he goes by his middle name now. Like, fair. Like, I understand. I fucked up, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will sign the papers to change your name, okay? I didn't know any Bradens. I didn't know it was going to be, like, a running joke of, like, the people, the average white man on Bachelor, you know? Braden, Caden, Jaden.
Caden.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I spelled her name really dumb too because I wanted it to be unique. Well, to be fair, my name's spelled like unique, and I wanted to pass that on. But everybody who doesn't know her calls her Korea. And John Marie actually had a friend whose name was Korea.
I do have a friend named Korea that is spelled the exact same way. Yep. Yeah. And so I do have a friend like that.
Yeah, but her middle name's supposed to be Cosette, and it's spelled Koyzeat. So
okay, that's fine. I have a cousin named Alan Michael, but his first, like, it's hyphenated, so that's his first name, and the Alan is spelled Elaine.
Are they French?
No, do I look French to you?
So just because we're French doesn't mean everyone else is French.
Right, everybody's French.
But it's spelled like Alain. That's hyphenated Michael.
Yeah.
But it's Alan. Alan. Like, yeah. So.
I just named my kid Nicholas. Yeah.
You had to or something. Some bullshit about family.
No.
I don't know.
His grandpa, like, we're just like, passing it down. But his real name was Mikolai, like from the old country.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would prefer that than Nicholas. But whatever.
Nikolai,
the English name is Nicholas, but Ukrainian, old school, Polish or whatever, it's Mikolai, and I'm like, I like that better, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then with Caleb, the name how we got him was me and David could not agree on a name, and like technically the second child was up to me because since he named the first, but like I still wanted, somewhat of like Dave's like approval, like like I agree, just because respect, whatever. So we're going through the names, and I was naming some names. He's like, no. And then he was naming some names. He's like, Matthew. And I'm like, Nicholas and Matthew? Like, how white do you want us to be? Like, no. Like, your name is David. Like, come on, stop that.
The Bible names. Jeez.
Right? I know. Right? And then we get to Caleb, and he's like, all he said was, maybe. I'm like, nope. I put the baby book and I'm like, that's it. His name is Caleb. I'm spelling it with a K and that's it. Like, that we're done. Yeah. Like, and he was just like, I guess, like, sure. And then my mother-in-law, I love her, but she didn't like the name because it's Hebrew. It is Hebrew name. And she's very Christian. And I was like, tough titties. Like that's just it. Like, this is his name. And then she tried to like suggest Noah, like Noah's Ark. And I was like, ew. No, thank you.
We didn't tell anyone Lyric's name. We knew Lyric's name when she was a baby, and we refused because I figured my parent-in-laws would probably ruin it, either say they don't like it or something, and then I'm like pregnant with this baby knowing they don't like the name. Like, I didn't want to deal with those emotions. So we just called her Baby L because my husband's last name starts with L.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it's Baby L. It's just Baby L, whatever. But then when we named her Lyric and then we introduced her as Lyric, it's like all these people were like, oh, that name makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good name. I'm like, yeah,
I'm sure that's what they would have thought when you first,
yeah. You have time to change it when you're pregnant, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. So I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna like let people like know. I don't want people to ruin it. I liked that name. And like I wanted to name my kids Gaelic names. It's my Irish ancestry. I don't know. So like I always loved the name Siobhan.
I like that name.
Right. Chris couldn't read it. He's like, Siobhan? Siobhan? I was like, no, it's Siobhan. It's Gaelic. He's like, no one can be able to read that. I was like, people that I don't know
are Irish.
I have so many names. I want to name Caleb. I want to name him Grayson, and that got shot down. I want to name him Leo. Actually, I want to name Nick Leo first, and that got shot down. So many. Sebastian. Nope,
the only pet that I have named, my son named, and that's Oswald. The other pets, Gourd and Pumpkin, I did not name them because when I adopt, I don't believe in changing their name.
Yeah,
right.
Like it would be the same. Like if I adopted a child, I'm not going to change their name.
Absolutely.
So why would I change their name if I'm adopting like a full-grown animal? You know? So
yeah.
So it's like when I got Gourd, he was 4. When I got Pumpkin, he was 4. I mean, Gourd's like 14 now. But when I'm not going to change their name. Like why would I do that? I mean, people do.
Yeah.
But I don't
dude, it's so gross. Like,
so no one in my house is allowed to name any of the animals but me. So it started
on your pulse rank
18 years ago. I got a cat. I named
drink. And where did you get this? Meow meow.
Wait. I have to tell the story. There's a background. So my first one was Spencer. And she was a girl, and I was like, oh, boy names for girls are cool. Again, I was only 17, you guys, okay? And then she had, like, a litter mate, but they were barn cats, and he had, like, an infection, and Kyle saved him. Kyle, like, took him to the vet, saved him. And his name was Blinken off of the Men in Tights show. So that's began the tradition of starting to name animals off of TV shows and stuff. And then Kara, we're like, oh, you know what? I have a cat. Kyle has a cat. Kara needs a cat. So then we got the cat from Dawn Marie. And then, I keep saying it. Shoot.
That's fine. That's fine.
Wait till she says the name. She's going to be drinking again.
Kara fucking names him Baby Kitty. So I was like, but no, like, he is a baby kitty. Yes. Because she's like 3 at the time. And, but what do you want to name him? Baby Kitty. I was like, are you sure?
That's okay. Like, I think most of us agree I'm probably on the spectrum somewhere. And I think that's from my dad's side. Because we had...
Maybe on both sides. Don't discourage your mom.
No, my mom's just a bitch. She's fine socially. She's, but it was my dad got us a woof, and that woof was one of the kinds with saggy skin, low to the ground. Hound. No, it was a basset hound.
Oh.
I don't know if that counts. I didn't say the.
It's fine. We'll let it pass.
Whatever.
The breed doesn't count.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so it was a basset hound. And he named it Hammer Dog.
And I was that like, counts. You need to.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look for that one. But that was its name. I was like 5. I didn't question it. I was like, hey Hammer. Hey Hammer. Hey Hammer. He ended up getting rid of it. It went to a farm. I don't know.
Oh no.
A farm or an
SPCA farm.
Because he made a hole in the wall of like my dad's like place at the time that led all the way outside. He didn't go outside though. He just allowed stray cats to come in. And so we just ended up with like random cats hanging out in our house. And then I think someone eventually broke in through that hole. So then he was robbed and lost his stereo, I think. I was, again, young. But yeah, so that's how we got rid of that dog. But then I had a fish at around the same age.
I'll drink.
Yeah, I'll drink for that. And I named it Forehead. Because it was a goldfish and it had a really big forehead.
Oh, yeah, the cone heads. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, it's descriptive.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And I was like 4.
Yes, like, kids are dumb. So I was like, no, you don't get to name anything. So then I named Echo and Neptune, their mythology. and then I'm trying to go through order, Voldemort. And because when I went, he was at my daughter's grandma's house and he didn't have a name yet and he didn't have a home. So I was like, I'll take him. And she's like, well, he doesn't have a name. So I took that as he who shall not be named. I was like, okay, Voldemort.
I like it.
And that's off Harry Potter. And then I have Soul Puppet and Owlbear, Dungeons and Dragons. I have Bruner Battlehammer. That's
You had another one that like ran away. What was that cat's
Darwin.
name? Darwin.
Yeah. Someone stole him. He
Like
didn't
the
just run
theory.
away. Yeah. And
See, I remembered that.
yeah. And then Moshi is from Moshi Monsters, the game. And then my dogs are Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then the Puddle and Jumper. Their real names on their birth certificates are Gateship 1 and Gateship 2, which is from Stargate Atlantis. But then the ships are actually called Puddle Jumper. So then I have Puddle and Jumper. And Bahamut his full name is Bahamut, King of the Good Dragons. So see, my kids couldn't have come up with those cool names. But that's too many animals to make voices and personalities for. They're all bastards. So that's the personality. They're all white kids then. Like white cats and Craigs.
They're the people you see at the gas station.
They're gas station bros. That's what they are. They all are.
Gas station bros.
They're all gas station bros. Just different ages.
Yeah.
I mean, not my youngest, because Pumpkin's my youngest, but I guess my middle, who acts like my youngest, because he always acts like a little fucking baby. Like Oswald he's tiny. He's like 3 pounds, full grown. Because he was like the smallest one of a litter when I got him for free. And I feel like he would just have like a baby voice, probably. Like
he would do Ooh girl.
Mom, are you there? Hey, can I have some pets? I'm a little hungry right now. Can I just have some pets? I'm gonna hop on your lap, okay?
Is he on there now?
He always tries, and he hits his head off the desk because he'll try to jump up on my legs when my legs are under the desk, and he'll jump too high, and he'll just boop. But he's like 3 pounds, so it's like nothing. He just falls back down and tries again. I don't know. He's a weird one. I just always said it was because he has a small head. That
happens. The smaller your head, right? You're just a freaking weirdo.
He didn't learn to like clean himself. Even though he grew up with an older cat, he didn't learn to like clean himself properly until he was about 6. He didn't learn to he still doesn't use the litter box properly.
No. You never steal my alcohol.
Speaking of pets, okay.
Like I'm
Don,
on the desk, like here, just take a sip and fuck off.
No, Don. Now I want to know what secrets Dave's dick has said about you in Dave's dick's voice.
Yes, please tell us.
Please tell us. Voice? Yeah, I want to hear what Dave's dick's voice sounds like. From your perspective, of course.
From my perspective.
And Dave's like waiting. He's like, come on, let's hear it. Yeah.
Well, I named his penis like years ago. Princess Leia.
What the fuck?
Special guest appearance.
And all he says is helicopter dick. Helicopter dick, and I make him do it.
Helicopter, whatever that song is.
And then, like, I play joystick with it, and like I press the top, and I.
If you want to press your chick, do the helicopter dick. Right?
Do the helicopter dick, yeah. That's how foreplay is.
That seems very unlike. I don't know. I don't think that would turn Kyle on at all.
He's annoyed with me. He slaps me in the forehead. He's like, "Stop it! Do it properly." But I don't.
Just do it properly. Stop it!
Don't do that. It doesn't. No, thank you. you. And I'm like, too bad. I'm gonna play what the hell I want.
What is it? Like,
Sex is supposed to be fun for the both of us. Okay.
Are you not
My game.
entertained?
This is my turn. You sit back and watch. This is how the magic happens.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Like,
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, so anyway.
Speaking of pets, I think that was a good way to end on Dave's dick.
Dick.
We're all ending on Dave's dick. That's
I said dog, damn it.
oh.
Thanks everyone for listening. I hope this was educational. I'd like to again thank Stephanie Hurst for hanging in as our VIP Patreon. If you want a shout out here, just sign up to be a VIP Patreon at the highest tier, or you can access all of our pre-drinks, like the one today where we drank too much before starting this episode. Available at the lowest tier. Yeah. Is there anything else we need to promote? I don't know.
I'm good.
I just always try to remember Patreon. That's what Patreon.
Yeah.
Our storefront or whatever. Our merchandise.
Redbubble. Yeah.
Yes. Redbubble.
Yes, our Redbubble.
I also want to add for our Patreon, again, if you become a Patreon in June and July, you will have access to 2 unreleased Techno songs. So that's for June and July. So join by then, even at the lowest tier, to gain access to those.
There you go. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, no, I was burping and then my old man showed up.
My chickens are too dumb to say things. Oh, except I have one smart chicken who keeps trying to break out the other chickens from prison. She
It's like Chicken Run.
Yeah, so she digs on one side of the fence, so it's like low enough, and then she
The
jumps
chicken prison
over,
break.
and then she digs on the other side of the fence.
That's so smart.
Yeah, but the other ones are so fucking dumb. They don't use the hole; they just watch her. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
So she probably relates to like us trying to explain like human rights to people. We're like digging a hole. We're like, look, this is all the information. This is factual, scientific, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, what? No, I have my own beliefs and I don't believe in holes, actually. So
Go do your own thing. Go back
The
to do
world's
your own.
flat, man. The world's flat. We don't go through holes.
oh my God, the fact that exists.
That's what my chickens are. My chickens are flat worlders.
Yeah. Flat earthers.
Earthers.
That's your chickens.
That flat worlders.
No, her chickens are the type that don't believe birds are real.
They're put here from the government, man.
The birds doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Birds
The government made it. The pandemic.
Oh my God, I keep crying.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to us. I hope you keep listening to us. That would be great. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe, and rate us, and leave comments. We do read comments, emails at opinionatedlushes@gmail.com. If you send them, so send them. Thanks again, and I'd love to thank our pets, and have a good night.
Spay
Good
neuter
night.
them. Or
Oh yeah,
end up
spay
with
and
10
neuter
seconds.
them.
Yeah,
Cut off their dicks. Gender affirming care.
Me and Sonia made mistakes. We don't want you to do it too. Good night.
Good night.